Shut up and sit down.
Oh, hello and welcome to a North Wales side-by-side video. I've got the solution for the 12 volt battery issue with the batteries going flat, for those of you that don't use your cars very often. I should have seen this a long time ago when people started talking about the issue. We solved this problem on motorbikes a long time ago. There's my bike. It's winterized at the moment. It's covered up. That thing is sitting there now. It's been there since October. It's all covered up. It's under a shelf, but it's living on. That battery won't be flat when I drag it out in May, because I only ride the bikes in the summer. It's sitting on a maintenance charger. So I've dug my spare maintenance charger out to show you what a maintenance charger is. Let's just open the drawer. This is a maintenance charger that we use on our motorbikes. We use these things with a harness that we leave fastened to the battery, and I'm just looking for the harness. I thought I had a spare one knocking about. I haven't, but basically what we do, we have a piece of wire with a plug on it like this, and on the end of it we'll use two eyes like that on the end of the wire. We'll have a positive and a negative eye, two of them, and we bolt the eyes onto the battery, and we leave this hidden on the bike somewhere. And when we park the bike up, we go to the other end of our charger, which has got a plug on it exactly the same. Let me just unplug it, and we plug this end into the bike. So we end up with the charger now plugged into the bike. Imagine that's on the battery and this is on the bike. Wire runs to the charger. I then give the charger its power supply, turn it on, walk away and leave the bike on that charger. I've just quickly made up another set of leads here, but I put a set of crocodile clips on them. It again has the same plug on it. So I'm going to set that up now, but I'm going to set it up on the Suzuki. And I'll show you how this battery maintainer works. And then I'll show you what my plan is to make a loom to leave on the Yaris. So I'm just going to turn the camera off whilst I set this up. Right, so I've put two crocodile clips now onto the battery on the Suzuki. To the plug on the charger, which goes to the charger. Plug the charger into the mains, so the charger is now just plugged into the mains in the wall through a extension cord. And it says in the top right hand corner of the screen there, maintain. And it's now putting 13.2 volts into the battery at 0.22 of an amp. So a quarter of an amp's going into that battery now. And it'll do that continuously until that battery is fully charged. Then the charger doesn't turn off because it's what they call an intelligent charger. It stops charging the battery. And as the battery drops, the charger then comes back to life and starts charging the battery up again. And it'll keep doing that for as long as you leave this charger connected to the car. So my idea is, with the Yarises now, I've just been routing through some of my wiring and looking for stuff. I've just found this fuse connector, which I'm going to put an eye on it and solder it on to that to go on to the positive on the Yaris battery. I'll then get another piece of wire of the same gauge in black and connect it to the earth. Then I'll create a loom here and I'll put a connector like this on the end of that little loom and I'll leave it in the car. So this is permanently connected to the battery. This will be hidden in the car somewhere, but easily accessible for when you park the car up. You can then plug your trickle charger into the car, leave your trickle charger in the car, charging up as this one is now, and just leave it in the car, lock it in the car, run the cord into your garage or onto a waterproof outdoor socket, leave it connected up to the car. That will stop the 12 volt battery issue on the Yarises, because the car now has a permanent battery supply whilst it's turned off. I'm just going to quickly turn the ignition on the Suzuki, and I want to see, does this charger react? So let's just put that there. Set the camera up so it doesn't fall over, which it seems to want to do. There we are. Can you see that? Let me just support the charger. I want you to be able to see that voltage. Just go and turn the ignition on and see how that charger reacts. The ignition's on now in the Suzuki. And the charger's still putting charge into the battery. You can see the battery drop in here, because this charger's not capable of charging a battery with the ignition on. That's not what it's designed for. It is a maintenance charger for when the ignition is turned off. Let's turn the ignition off. As you can see here now, this charger is now putting power back into the battery after I turned the ignition on and drew some power out. And it'll just sit at that forever in a day. Just, there you go, it's slowly now, it's gone up 0.1 of a volt, it's got to 13. And that's what it'll do all the time your car's sitting. It'll just top the battery up. That left overnight will bring this battery back up to full charge at that 1/4 of an amp. So like I say, it's what we've used on the bikes for years and years and years, and I've never ever come to a bike after it's been sat for sometimes up to 3 or 4, well, my Honda now, October, I'm not bringing it out till May, so that's October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's going to have been sat in the garage for 8 months, and that won't have a flat battery on it. That'll still be fully charged because it's got one of these on it. It's got a maintenance charger on it. So if it works on the bikes, it's going to work on your car, because the draw we discovered on the car is 1/8 of an amp, 125 milliamps. 0.22 of an amp is 220 milliamps, which is nigh on 1/4 of an amp. So they'll, even though you're drawing 1/8 of an amp out of the battery to keep the car alive, you're still slowly putting a 1/8 of an amp back into the battery, so it'll keep your battery charged. That's my solution. I'm going to mock up, like I said, a harness to fit into mine, and I'm going to put the charger in my car when I get home one night late, put the charger in, plug it into the wall and leave it in the car, just to show you how it works in the car. But this system will work. And if I've got enough interest out of people, I'm going to start making the harnesses, soldering all the connectors together using proper weatherproof connectors instead of these snap connectors that I'm using on this particular one, because this is meant to be used indoors and waterproof. Doesn't matter inside, but being as it's in a car environment, I'm going to use proper weather pack connectors on the end of the charger lead, so we can snap them together. That way you can't then get them the wrong way around either, because they only go together one way. And maybe put a whole kit together with a charger, the harness, and make it available to buy, because I've already been to see an electrical supplier that I deal with, and I've dealt with him for years, to get prices on these chargers and all the weather pack connectors, the inline fuse connectors, everything, so I can put the kit together properly and professionally and make them available for you to buy. Anyway, thanks for watching another video in this series. If you like, please click like. Please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. The solution to this problem.